Well, good morning to you all. Wednesday the 28th, February 2024. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? I have already been out and I've already done a little bit, but what we can see is we did manage to have a frost last night, or actually this morning. Yeah. There's a risk of frost during the nights for the next few nights, which means that there's things we can't necessarily do. And then there are things that we can do. We can climb ladders. Okay, well, Grandma's happy. Yeah, so we're going to look for things to do. Let's de-zoom that. Look for things to do that we can do that won't be affected by frost. Well, there we are. That's finished job. That bit's finished. Yeah, that bit isn't, and that bit isn't. That bit, of course, is awkward getting in there with things like a paintbrush and such likes. Yeah, things to do. And one of you has elected me as the go-to guy for certain serious issues. In your lives, you all know different people, and different people worry about different things. And one of you, knows a Catholic who worries about things. Bless her. One of the things that she might worry about is a thing like this. And you're all saying, what on earth's that? Right, one of the traditions here is at Palm Sunday, priests will bless a piece of box. Actually, they bless a lot of it, because we've all got box trees, box plants in the garden, and we all cut bits out and we stack it on a table, and the priest comes along, and what he does, he asperges it, holy water. He chucks holy water all over it, and he says a little invocation of a prayer and blesses it, and we all take it home and we put it in our houses. And yeah, exactly what it does, well, that's subject for debate. Now, when you get round to the following year for spring cleaning and you are painting walls above kitchen cupboards, you find gribbly little bits of this that have been at the back. And one of the worries for some people, it's not a big worry, but it's a worry nonetheless, and they might want an answer for this. What do you do with a piece of blessed box, or a blessed palm leaf cross, or whatever? Now, worry not. It doesn't go in the rubbish, it doesn't go in the recycling bag. The correct answer is it should be burnt. If you can't do that, maybe you live in a tower block in an inner city where burning things is going to cause major alarm and distress. If you are really, really, really worried about how to get rid of this, give it to your priest or deacon at church and they will dispose of it appropriately. So there we are. I shall, next time I light the cuisiniere, I'll put it in there. That's an absolutely suitable way of getting rid of it. As I say, it's one of those things some people worry about. Well, don't worry that much, okay? And then I got carried away and I brushed the ceiling. Well, and then I got a telephone call. Not a particularly happy one. Working with the vets in Isère, we've got a slow rolling programme of getting the cats, assorted cats, sterilised. The thing with semi-feral cats, they sort of live between several households, several neighbours put food out for them, and they are a delight. But too many cats is a problem, and so between myself and some of the neighbours, we've been slowly working our way through getting them all sterilised. The average cat can give you 12 kittens a year if left unchecked, and at my age, well, that equates to, with the number of females we've got, that will be about 2,000 cats, which would be quite a problem. And of course, too many cats is not good for the general environment. You know, they do a good job of keeping rid of the mice, but they also do a very effective job of getting rid of all of the songbirds, which doesn't please me. So we catch them one at a time, take them to the vets, have them sterilised. Now, what the vet phoned me to tell me today was the cat that I'd delivered to them yesterday is actually very poorly. And the vet was speaking French, of course. She does try to use some English for me. She knows full well that my French is not that brilliant. And broadly speaking, the cat was suffering with peritonitis, which actually explains a mood change in her. So on the telephone we agreed that there was only one decent thing to do with her, and she's been put to sleep. Sad, you know, she was a pretty girl, but that's all part of having animals. And I was just sort of thinking to myself, coming past that farm with the cows and such likes, it isn't as if I depend on them. You know, there's farmers who have to have their cattle put down. So, yeah, sadness, but sensible degrees of it. But of course, it does mean that I've got to go down to the vets to settle accounts and things like that. But hey, gives me a chance to show you the countryside with the sun shining on it. And the broom plants in flower. Something a little bit more cheerful. Just look as we come down, just to the right of this tractor. Look at that glorious mimosa tree. You know, lit up in the sun. Isn't that just beautiful? This tractor's going. It's got a load of logs on. our sort of version of a traffic jam. And I'm just looking at this trailer. No number plate. We're not going to tell anyone, are we? You know, if you happen to speak to the Tennessee Highway Patrol, or whatever they call themselves, where you are, don't tell them. He's got a bit of string round his trailer where he probably puts a number plate sometimes.